Anything less would be uncivilized.
So in those three, what order do you put it in? Doom Patrol, Umbrella Academy, Boys.
As much as I hate to say this, Doom Patrol's number one.
Yeah, Doom Patrol.
You know why I say I hate to say this? Because of those three, which one's from only one's from the big two?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Dynamite. The Boys originally was part of Wildstorm, but it was too grotesque for them.
See, and then
So they moved it to
on the
fucking
Marvel
Dynamite, which
side,
is
they're never
subdivision
going to
damage.
be as dark, because there's fucking that happens in Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
There's tits and ass that you see in that show.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see any of that in Umbrella Academy. You don't see any of that.
Well,
in-
and Boys you do.
Oh yeah, and Boys.
Boys you see dick. Because it's Seth Rogen.
Yeah, he's got to have some dick in there.
Yeah. And there's some boobs in it. But the thing about Seth Rogen, he has to... Because Seth Rogen is... he's in a closet. You can't be straight and suck a dick, dude. Unless you went to prison. And you look like too much of a bitch to go to prison. Right? Fuck Seth Rogen. I fucking hate Seth
Thank
Rogen.
God Preacher's done. They raped that pretty bad.
Oh, God. And that's what I'm worried about with The Boys. Especially when there's way more source material with The Boys than there is Umbrella Academy. You know how many books are in Umbrella Academy?
5?
4. And 4's not even done yet. So there's basically 3, and 4's still in the process of being finished. How many books are
So
on?
between Boys and Umbrella Academy, which one is closer to the source material?
That's a tough one.
They both go way the fuck out.
Well, there's certain reasons, especially season 1 of them.
Because like in the Boys, there's supposed to be a bulldog that fucks things. That's not in there at all.
It needs to be in season 2.
Oh, they're gonna be.
They might put them in season 2.
Because people like the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody could bitch about the dog. It'd be like their little baby Yoda thing that everybody fucking loved.
Uh-huh. Well, the thing is, what I don't like about it is how my problem with The Boys is that they do the woke checklist a little bit ironically more than the Umbrella Academy does.
Yeah, even though the other one's more or less Ellen Page, like when they inserted her female love thing just to put it in there.
On her defense, though, she can't play straight.
She can't play gay either. Why is it that we saw her on a little YouTube thing and she had more personality than she does on any of the fucking
Because
movies?
BuzzFeed, and BuzzFeed's is her devil.
Regardless. Apparently in real life she's less dull than she does when she plays all these fucking roles.
Mm-hmm. Except for Super. Super, she was awesome.
Yeah, but
That was the only thing I like her in.
So you get to play a dull, monotone bitch that doesn't even open her mouth when she talks. I'm gonna talk like this.
And also, she ages horribly too. She's only 33 and has like a huge giant forehead and fucking crow's feet.
Yeah.
Like you're not even like, dude, you're 33 and you have crow's feet. Like, dude. Like, when she came out, like, and
Well, no, it's not and. It's like
so.
we knew already. Actually, it's no fucking surprise.
Mm-hmm. Like the only reason why the only time you ever played straight where it was somewhat believable was in Super, because you were just some crazy comic book nerd and having fun with it, and X-Men and the X-Men movies, because why would Iceman go for you instead of Rogue? Oh no, I know, because he can't touch Rogue. Like, you're only believable because it was by default. And you were still kind of forgettable. Actually, you were very forgettable.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't even know she was in it, no.
No, I knew she was in it.
But that's the only reason why that's the only reason why they put her in Umbrella Academy. It's like, well, she was in the X-Men, and this is basically the X-Men. So, like, you'd think that, like, she'd be, like, the best actress on the show.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
It'll be interesting now that I appreciate Umbrella Academy.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be interesting how The Boys is, because I am really anticipating for season 3 of Umbrella Academy, because they end on an epic cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, that's what we're trying to get at, right? Each season is based on a specific graphic novel. The first one was the Apocalypse Suite, which is, I mean, story-wise, beat by beat is identical.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that they fucked up on is that, they didn't have any costumes, so like her douchebag boyfriend,
Mm-hmm.
alright? Which, again, why you haven't ever play straight? She can't play straight. Alright? He had a cool costume and he ran a cult, which is why in this season, they had, what's his name, run a cult?
Okay, but it was fun having him have the Colt though.
It makes more sense. But also, he has more. His powers are more powerful too. In the comics, he's supposed to be telekinetic.
Well, remember in the
Ending when they actually show it,
the very first episode of season 2.
he can bring back the dead.
Yeah, and they did all sorts of crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically showed like what their powers. They're not quite the full potential, but the potential of their powers is really strong in the first, like the very first snippet of the second season.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to like what happened in that reality where they learned how their powers would be so fucking strong. You know?
Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, another thing. You know what else I didn't like about this season of Umbrella Academy?
Right.
Allison.
Yeah, that bugged the shit out of me. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because you know what? They have this thing at the end of the first season between Allison and Luther.
Yeah, Luther. Yeah.
And then they get distracted, and within a year she marries somebody.
Or no, what I hated too is,
And like,
I can understand the first episode when she first gets
Given-
back.
in the beginning, I just didn't like her boyfriend because it's like you should be with Luther.
Yeah.
And that's really fucked up. Within 1 year, you basically said, you know what? I've given up all hope with my, everything else, and I'm just gonna marry this guy.
And you know, also didn't like either. I can understand she was getting her voice back
Mm-hmm.
and not using her powers. But once you got her fucking voice back,
Yeah, I don't want to use my power.
I don't need my powers. You're in it's 1963.
Yeah,
you're not a black person. You're a nigger in that era.
Yeah.
All right. They don't like you.
No.
And the thing is, since this is woke America making this, they're gonna over-exaggerate how bad it was then. I mean, it was bad, yes. I'll admit it. It was that bad. But you have the power to make them do what you want. All right. You're trying to tell them within a year.
It's called plot armor, Mojo.
Not plot armor. Plot armor is when they can't die. No. Bad writing.
Bad writing.
It's called bad writing.
Bad writing.
Late,
The
bad.
things that stupidly don't make sense for no fucking reason, just to make the plot go further.
Well, I don't want to use my powers because blah 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 blah. I'm sorry. It's 1963.
You need your fucking power.
They don't like you there. They don't like people of color in the fucking 60s, in Texas especially. Alright? That's why Layla doesn't speak Spanish. Because of that. Right? So that's what I really hated. Bolaño actually was less annoying than Allison.
Bringing in a retarded kid, I thought was retarded as well.
Yeah, but no one brings up the Easter egg of 1963. It was okay, but yeah, the first book, the first season is beat by beat story-wise. It is that book. It just they got lazy with the costumes because they wanted to make it more
So
X-Men.
therefore,
And the second
Umbrella
one,
Academy is way closer to the comics than
season 1 at
The Boys.
least.
Well, yeah, The Boys is way far off.
Oh, big time.
They get the serum in the first book,
hmm So they could.
and then they turn the what's his name into a fucking super.
hmm
So that isn't even teased on, and God knows if they'll even fucking get to it.
And in season 2, what I've noticed, another thing also, is oh yeah, you know who's going to be playing the Legend in season 2 of The Boys?
Speak.
What?
Speak.
Patton Oswalt.
Oh, nice.
You know why that's funny?
He's in so much shit.
Yeah. Well, you know why?
Because he's a sweet little man.
But no, but you know what? You know why it's funny that Patton Oswalt's playing the Legend? You know the Legend's basically supposed to be a homage to, right? Stan Lee.
Oh, nice.
He's basically Stan Lee, and his informant for the Boys is supposed to be Queen Maeve, right? But they changed it because it makes more sense storyline wise, of having it be Huey's girlfriend. Star.
I wonder if I'll remember what happened at the end of Umbrella Academy by the time the third season finally comes around. Because right now, I don't exactly remember how The Boys ended. And then even when Doom Patrol came back...
But you know how The Boys ended? They totally fucking changed the whole story dynamic.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, his wife was never died. She just
Yeah,
took
okay.
care
And
of,
because what's her name? Okay, I remember.
And that's the other thing too, is like...
But Doom Patrol, I'd kind of forgotten how that ended. Because a lot of these shows, basically, they'll finish the main villain in episode 9, and then episode 10 is just kind of puts them in a crazy situation where they have to, like...
cliffhanger to the
Yeah,
next season.
cliffhanger the next season.
Which is why Seth
'Cause
Rogen...
that's what happened with basically both seasons of Umbrella Academy.
Thank God you watched Umbrella Academy all the way through, didn't have to wait a year. And the thing about it too is how long of a delay it was. Because you know when Umbrella Academy season 1 came out? February of last year.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's why it's weird that we're like, when's it coming out? It's supposed to come out like you know, that yeah.
And then doesn't Cobra Kai come out pretty soon?
Yeah.
When does it come out?
I don't know.
I think it comes out this month. Anyways, I think we've spoken enough.
It is what it is.